Hey y'all, what's up? I'm Mimi, aka the Piscean Seer, and this is one of your daily collective messages. Like, and subscribe if you get anything out of this. Thank you so very much to those of you who do like, subscribe, and comment. It is always and forever going to be loved and appreciated. God, archangels, ancestors, ascended masters, cosmic guides, all beings of the highest and purest white light, only with the best interest of me and the collective at heart. You are always and forever welcome into my readings. Okay, please give my wonderful, fabulous, and amazing Piscean Seer family the best and most accurate information for them at this time. Hey y'all, what's up? So I was just adjusting the camera and shit, just moving stuff around and being like, okay, I think I got everything. Just totally ready, and the camera started recording on me like it usually does. So I am ready though. This is an Archangel Raphael message, okay? Welcome to any new subscribers. Welcome back to my beautiful subscribers who were already here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you guys. Thank you so very much for coming, and thanks for coming back. So today when I woke up, I kind of just grabbed the Sacred Geometry book and I was reading it in the bathroom, okay? So the next meditation in here is a Merkaba meditation, okay? So it says the Merkaba is considered a sacred shape and means light, spirit, and body. It is used as a form of meditation by visualizing the Merkaba surrounding the physical body, okay? So it says a Merkaba meditation. It says sit comfortably and close your eyes. My cousin took the dog out, hold on. So it says, sit comfortably and close your eyes and visualize the upward pointing tetrahedron with the tip above your head and the base at your hips. Then visualize the downward pointing tetrahedron with the tip beneath you and the base at your shoulders, okay? So basically it's just two pyramids, okay? The point of this one starting here and ending at your hips, and the other one coming from below your feet and ending at your shoulders, okay? And then you imagine them turning, okay? It says visualize the top and the bottom tetrahedrons starting to spin slowly in different directions. It doesn't matter which way each one spins, just whatever feels comfortable for you. It says when you have finished meditating, slow the Merkaba down to a stop. Take some time to become aware of your body, wiggle your toes and feet, and make sure you feel still and secure before opening your eyes, okay? So lately, Spirit's been having me like comb back through this Sacred Geometry book, okay? I got this from Barnes & Noble. It was like, I don't know, it was like $5 or $10. It's like one of the best books I ever bought, okay? If you really want to learn a lot about sacred geometry and how to like use it in your life, how like to actually apply sacred geometry, then you need a good sacred geometry book, okay? And this one's really cool. It just like explains all of the different shapes and things like that, from 1-dimensional to 2-dimensional to 3-dimensional and beyond, you know, and gives you a lot of little meditation like suggestions and things like that. I really love it. I try all of them, okay? So, but lately they've been having me like read a little bit till I get to a meditation and then do that meditation and just read it when I'm called to read it again, okay? And it's been like cool. Also, I'm supposed to get one of these papers, okay? I wrote in the book that Merkaba meditation brings lots of healing and doubles your protection, okay? This says the 20s, okay? So you could be in your 20s, okay? I don't know. You could be seeing like a combination of 20 numbers, you know what I mean? Like you could be seeing 24 or 25. I see 24 all the time. For some reason, you could be seeing 22, okay? Or like 222 or something like that. I don't really know what I'm supposed to get from that. Let's look at the 20 angel number though. Because why not? So it says it signifies a message of partnership, balance, and the support of divine forces, okay? So your healing journey is like totally and completely supported. It says it encourages you to embrace teamwork and collaboration and to trust your intuition and connect with your inner self. This number also suggests new beginning and positive changes are on the horizon, urging you to have faith that everything is unfolding as it should, okay? So 20 also represents like balance and harmony, teamwork and collaboration, trust and faith, new beginnings and spiritual growth. Okay, so maybe that's why he wants you to do this Merkaba meditation, so that you can like focus on connecting with your inner self a little bit more. You know, the Merkaba is located like smack dab in the middle of Metatron's cube. Okay, so maybe doing some work with Archangel Metatron, asking him to work with you to come into your energy and give you whatever energies you may need at this time. There could be something that you need to release or something you need to cut off in order to move forward. Okay, but what else? What are you seeing? What's happening in their energy? Okay, right. So we got friendship and we got trust. Okay, so I don't know. It's kind of this energy of spirit wanting you to look at them more as your friends, you know, like to trust them more, to trust them when it comes to guiding you out of the shadows, you know what I mean? Or out of like your hard times. You could be like attracting friends, or you could have made a new friend. What they say, release. Okay, so you might need to release some sort of like, I don't know, growing pains or lessons that you've learned when it does come to like making friends or how you attract people. We got fluence and safe travel. Okay, so I feel like you're very aware of your worth, you know your value, and you know you're like constantly in a state of transformation, and you also know that you're very protected with this talisman energy. But I think it's really important that you like focus on your spiritual cleansing a lot. You know, it says spiritual cleansing and focus under that. Okay, and then it says meditate under that. Okay, so take some time to meditate, to get grounded, to like lean on your angel guides to cleanse your energy from their side of things. Okay, to ask them to clear and cleanse or help you to heal or make you aware of whatever it is that they feel you need to see. Yeah, we got the 10 of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so your spiritual family wants to like bring something, some kind of healing energy into you. So just work with the angels right now, call on them, do some prayer. Yeah, we got the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, so I feel like your hard work is going to pay off. Like, I feel like you have put a lot of time into like perfecting your energy and working hard on like who you are and how you present yourself, you know. Yeah, we got the 7 of Wands, and like I said, you're just like crazy protected. You really stand your ground. I feel like you have great boundaries, or your boundaries are about to increase, about to advance. Like the way you protect yourself, the way you say no, and the way you like interact with other people, or how you give, or something like that is changing. Okay, so we got what is this? Capricorn. So that's Virgo and Leo on these cards, but Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn is Pentacles, and Aries, Leo, Sagittarius is Wands. So, you know, and then we got the Empress right here at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so there's like a time of like some real beautiful fertility. Maybe they want to bring you some sort of enlightenment when it comes to you or situations that you've been through. Yeah, with the 9 of Pentacles and the Justice card. Okay, like it's some sort of beautiful, powerful energy trying to come in at this time. Okay, so I don't feel like they want you to like focus on any conflict or anything that's too negative. Just like continue to focus on making these positive investments into yourself, you know, because I feel like, okay, with the King of Pentacles and the Hierophant, like you're so rich. You're so rich deep down inside, like with this beautiful energy of love. And I feel like the more you focus on that, the more options open up to you, you know. And I've heard that Archangel Raphael governs the third eye, right? Because you cannot see things clearly unless you do the proper healing in certain areas of your life. Unless you're like forgiving and moving forward and moving beyond the bullshit, you really cannot see things clearly, okay? And so your healing is real important when it comes to you being made aware of certain things and closing certain cycles. So just make sure that you spend a lot of time focusing on that right now, okay? I feel like you could be about to receive some sort of message, okay? Some sort of communication, maybe some good news. Or maybe even something, that's a child, maybe it's even something you moved on from, or maybe you just like gained better understanding of people. What? Tell me more, okay? We got trusted, okay? So I don't know, maybe they're saying like you can trust the messages that you receive at this time. It's 722, like, I don't know. We got love offer. There's kind of like a confusing energy here, okay? You could be feeling like you're confused in some sort of way. We got mature woman. I feel like it's a lot of good things coming towards you, but you're not really aware of these things, you know, or like you don't believe in your ability to attract these things through healing or something like this, okay? We got confusion and illusion. Come on. Like there's some sort of confusion that I think Spirit wants to clear up for you, maybe in the areas of love, maybe how you like open up to love. I mean romantic love, you know, not necessarily like a family member or somebody like that. What's message and trusted? We got flying monkey, okay? Mm-hmm. There's a little bit of like drama going on. Like maybe somebody could be projecting at you. What's trusted and love offer? We got false, okay? And we got single, sexy, and successful, okay? So, I don't know. There could be some flying monkey, okay? Maybe somebody a little bit older than you that wants to, like, have you confused when it comes to, like, what love offer you should accept from certain people or whatever, you know? I feel like every time you meet somebody or every time you start to like make friends or get close to people, like it's like you start getting bad news about them or you start getting bad signs or some shit. But these ain't divine signs, okay? This is like somebody's flying monkey, like trying to put you under some sort of illusion, okay? You're a boss. And you're meant to attract everything that you've been working on manifesting. And that's why Spirit's saying to like trust your intuition, even if you feel confused or you don't really understand what's going on. Like just know that you're protected and everything that you need to know comes right through you, okay, with this Ice Queen. So it's like, I don't know, like maybe somebody's under the impression that you're confused, but I don't think that you're confused. I think that you're just, I don't know. It's like you're just doing things different from what people expect you to do them right now. I don't know. Maybe they could be giving you like fake love offers or some shit like this. I wasn't expecting to have all this confusion here. Yeah, we got opposition right here when I parked the deck. What is this? Achievement and conflict, okay? So somebody wants you to be conflicted in your mind about your achievements, about what you are meant to attract. Like they want you to just abandon everything and go into like this place of poverty, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's a courthouse, rich girl, and thoughts. And I swear, like the sound just went out of my left ear and it just started ringing, okay? So it's ringing right now. So like there could be some weird shit is going on, okay? It's like some kind of other energy out here. We got a priestess, okay? We got North Node, South Node, we got unbothered, and we got entity attachment. I feel like, I don't know, it's a problem right now with you. But I mean not with you or like for you. I don't feel like you're even focused on this energy. Honestly, it just feels like some sort of subtle negative energy in the background and it just kind of don't work on you, okay? So like just continue to focus on making what you're making and continue to see yourself as a success even if you feel like you're not necessarily there yet. Like you got this boss energy going on and like some mature woman is trying to confuse that. And I don't know, it got something to do with like a twin flame with like a couple. It's weird, okay? Look at the thief, okay? Somebody is stealing. Yeah, we got work, labor, and efforts. They working hard to do that shit too, but it's not working, okay? Yeah, look, health concern. So somebody could be getting sick or going to the hospital or some shit, okay? What's message, flying monkey, and trusted? We got generosity, okay? Like, just continue to be that, to be yourself, you know? I feel like you're a very generous type of energy. Like you don't really play games with people or try to start no bullshit, but you definitely will stand your ground when it comes to people getting in the way of what you're trying to focus on or what you're trying to do for yourself or like caring for you or caring for your family. And you just don't got time for all of the bullshit ass confusion energy that somebody's trying to send. I feel like just how I got confused and I was aware of that shit and then the card came out and confirmed that shit, okay? Like you're very aware of of the confusion or like of the kinds of energies that people project at you, and you don't allow that shit to affect you or to ruin your day or to ruin your life, you know? What's trusted, love, offer, and false? We got love, okay? That's what I'm saying. You operate with this beautiful energy of love, and Archangel Raphael is just saying you could trust that kind of energy, you know? You could always go further with this energy of love than you could with like hate or animosity or envy or jealousy or any of the lower vibrational energies that some people choose to operate out of. And I think that you're very aware of that, and you're just trying to like bring that into your life and do that more on a consistent basis at this time, so that you're not running into like these false people or none of this bullshit, you know. I feel like there could be a lot of false narratives about you too, you know, of like the things that you do or the things you're into or whatever, and even that shit doesn't stick, because I think it's very clear to see like when people meet you and they know you and they get to know you, like that you're just like a good person with a good heart, and it's hard to like make you look bad. What's love offer? Single, sexy, and successful and mature woman. But also I think you attract people who like make up their own minds about things. Like you could like to be around like very independent people, very free thinking people, because you don't got time for like some sort of mob mentality or for like bitches that are need a hive mind in order to think or to move, you know. We got Virgo with justice, and this is why you're going in the right direction and attracting justice the way that you are. Because it's like no matter who tries to confuse you or cause illusions for you or what kind of negative energy they bring toward you, you still give this offer of love. Like you don't let that shit change who you are or how you deal with people or how you deal with situations. Yeah, we got Libra with balance. You maintain this balance and you treat people fairly. And that's why good shit always comes back to you. And there's, you know, a lot of good shit coming toward you. Okay, we got Centaurians with this healing energy. That's what I was saying. So I think that you're healing, it's like you're healing people's projections right off of you, or healing that shit away from you. It's like there's this like this green like force field that you got around you because you like accepted the journey to walk, you know, you accepted the invitation to walk down the path of wholeness or the path of healing. What's generosity and love? We got guidance, okay? And you're extremely guided as you do it, and you know that. It's like Spirit's very generous to you because you're very generous to others, and you treat others with that love, and they always meet you with that same kind of love. They always make sure that you get what it is that you need. So you need to have a lot of trust in them and know that they do that, you know? Like really trust and have like this unwavering faith that everything you need really truly does come in from God. We love and justice, okay? We got Sagittarius with the claim, okay? You could be about to receive some sort of acclaim or some sort of recognition, even if it's like on a small scale, you know, even if it's like somebody just like finally saying certain words to you that they never said, you know, showing appreciation for you. I think the people around you are very, very appreciative of you and who you are. And I think like sometimes you might feel like they're not aware of the sacrifices that you had to make, or like the consequences that you had to face to get to this place, you know. And I don't know, I just think like I heard like common misconceptions. Like there's a lot of common misconceptions when it comes to you and it comes to your energy and how you move. Like that's really significant. Like a lot of people paying attention to like how you operate and like how do you attract the things you attract. What's justice and balance? We got self-trust with necklace, you know. And I feel like Archangel Raphael is just saying like even if you're around people who like you feel like maybe you feel like you're surrounded by like some false ass flying monkeys or whatever, or maybe you feel like you run into a lot of people who are like confused or they don't know like what their path is or what they're really supposed to be doing. Like I think it's really important that you don't feel the need to like reach out to the people on the outside of you. Like the point of this is like for you to learn to trust yourself, to learn to trust your intuition, to move in the way you're being called to move, and not feel like you have to lean on anyone on the outside of you necessarily, you know. But I think the more that you trust yourself, and you have relationships with other people, the more those people's trust grows within you, right? Like the more you trust yourself, the more other people trust you, because you're more solid and you're more clear about what you want, and you're more consistent with your actions. And I think like that's just where you are. But maybe you don't always trust yourself or trust the decisions that you're making. Like maybe you feel like you leave yourself open to flying monkeys or false narratives or whatever. But I think you shouldn't give a fuck. Okay, I think you're pretty amazing when it comes to the way that you stay balanced and you're healing, and there's not no one way to do it. Nobody can like judge you on where you are in your path or in your life. So, you know, at the end of the day, like I'm hearing I heard like two different me myself and I's. I heard it's just me my woo, it's just me myself and I, solo riding till I die, 'cause I got me for life. And I heard me myself and I, that's all I got in the end. That's what I found out. You know, and it doesn't take away from like your connection to oneness, but I think there's like this big energy of you being very grateful for yourself, and that bringing a lot of healing, okay? Like you acknowledging the power that you have to create, and the power that you carry that makes you a boss no matter what it is that you're doing in life or where it is that you're going or how you're moving. What's balance and healing? We got Hercules with strength, okay? Like, I think you're real strong, and you don't give yourself enough credit for like how you built that strength, you know? Like you built that strength brick by brick, okay? Situation by situation, person by person, and there's a need for you to give yourself a lot of acclaim for the way that you've managed to follow your guidance and to trust yourself a lot more, because if you don't, then you're not really, like, I don't know, like you need to trust yourself, okay? Like it's just highly important. I don't want to say like, oh, this is gonna happen if you don't trust yourself. I just think like now you're starting to put the pieces of the puzzle together and starting to see that you were right about a lot of situations and a lot of different people, and that is bringing in this bigger level of self-trust, okay? Yeah, and a stronger sense of being guarded or being guided, and this stronger sense of protection too. Like a lot of people really underestimate their intuition and the things that they hear, you know, especially when it comes to dealing with shady people or dealing with like thug type of people, right? Because you don't want to feel like because you don't want to feel like you're judging or like you're not giving people the right chance. But I think your intuition and the way that you get your little nudges, like it's real quick. Like it don't take no time, and it's just up to you to trust yourself more, and you will see like certain situations working out better for you, okay? What's guidance and generosity and love? We got wish, okay? So, I mean, what do you want? What do you wish for, you know? Where do you see yourself in 5, 10, 20 years? What kinds of things do you want to put your energy into and try to allow those things to grow? Like, I think those are the things that Archangel Raphael is asking you to focus on. And even if you're not in a position to focus on that thing, focus on getting into the position to focus on those things. And that will help you a lot, and take the steps that you need to do that, okay? What's love, acclaim, and justice? We got side hustle, okay? So maybe you need to get yourself a side hustle or some way that you can make a little bit of extra money to help you to get to the place where you can do what you see yourself doing in the future. What's justice, self-trust, and balance? We got sweet talk, okay? So also I feel like it's important that when it comes to you and your relationship with yourself, that you talk to yourself very nice, you know? Like I tell y'all all the time, I used to have that so bad back in the day. Like I used to always be like getting on my own head, you know, like the inner dialogue with me and myself was so negative, you know, like, you know, you're so stupid, like why would you do that, you know? And they're like, you know, like really confirming other people's opinions about me and all kinds of bullshit, just really down talking myself and talking to myself very negatively, and then wondering why I'm not getting anywhere, or why I don't see myself advancing, or why I don't feel myself changing, or why I don't want to step away from doing certain things, or why I don't want to take the leap of faith to grow myself to another level, you know? And I feel like Not to say that's what you do, maybe that's something you've been able to overcome too, but he's saying like sweeter, more sugar, talking to yourself really nice, treating yourself with all of the love and respect that you expect others to treat you with, okay? That makes you very attractive. What's balance and strength and healing? We got twin flames, okay? Again, so it's giving me the energy of like, now I don't feel like it's another person or it's about like this mature woman. I don't feel like it's about you being with somebody else necessarily. I feel like right now it's about like your feminine and masculine energy and like how you balance and how you live your life. I feel like that's what's being attacked. And the more you focus on your healing and care for yourself, the easier it is for you to protect yourself against those things. And to really trust yourself when you run into people that give you that nasty feeling that they don't have your best interest at heart, or like that they don't really give a fuck underneath it all. What's wish and side hustle? We got feeling like shit, okay? And we got trapped. So I feel like, maybe these flying monkeys and this mature woman that sent them is feeling like shit right now. Feeling like they've been trapped in their own shit. Like trapped in their own energies that they're like sending out. Or maybe they wanted you to be in a place where you was feeling like shit, not feeling like you could successfully bring your wishes to life, or that you would ever be a sexy, single, and successful boss the way you see yourself being, right? It's just a lot of like I said, a lot of projections and a lot of bullshit, a lot of confusion and illusion, so that you won't be feeling like you're at your best or you're in this energy of wholeness. So Archangel Raphael is just saying like continue to work through those energies and make sure that you don't like go back on the sweet talk that you've been doing with yourself, and continue to like motivate yourself to do something better. Like don't ever sit around and help a bitch by convincing yourself that you can't do exactly what a bitch said you can't do. Like who the fuck is it to tell you what you can and cannot do, okay? Like you your best motivation at the end of the day. And that's why he's like amping up this self-trust right now. What's sweet talk and twin flames? We got GPS, okay? And as long as you're doing this, as long as you're loving yourself and trusting in yourself and really looking at the divine as your friends and as energy that you can trust to help you and move you forward, then you'll always be standing in your strength and you'll always be in this energy of wholeness. You might not always feel like you're in that energy of wholeness, but you'll definitely be in that, and it makes it a lot easier for you to cut karmic ties and to learn lessons when you have certain memories about situations and people. Excuse me, because there's no confusion, there's all clarity, because you're working on healing the right parts of you. It says happily single right here. It says doing you, dating, stress-free, setting goals, and career focus. And we got love messages, okay? So I feel like lots of beautiful things coming in from your angel guides, like constantly reminding yourself that you're an old soul. And I kept hearing that song, I'm a new soul. I came to this strange world hoping I could find a little bit more about give and take. But since I came here, felt the joy and the fear of finding myself making every possible mistake. You might feel like you make a lot of mistakes, or like you're a new soul, or like you're inexperienced in some sort of way. But like I said, this is not your first rodeo. And at the end of the day, whatever God has for you is what God is going to have for you, with or without anybody else in this world. Even though we're connected to those people, it's like at the end of the day, what you have going on has nothing to do with anybody else. Your relationship with God, that's between you and God. Your healing relationship that you have with yourself is between you and yourself, and it's up to you to trust yourself, to guide yourself in the best way, because nobody knows what's better for you than you and God. What's feeling like shit, wish, and side hustle? It says feed on trees, dry plant matter every day, okay? So eat more vegetables, baby. Eat more vegetables. And I mean, get with Sherlock Holmes, get more investigative about like what kind of side hustles you could want to create. Or even like when I first started, I used to look up a lot of like affirmations, or like Well, basically, affirmations and just different things that I could say or different things that I can try. Different mantras is the word that I'm looking for, you know? Like, I try a little bit of everything and I really get investigative when it comes to healing or meditating and different things like that to really see, like, what works for me or what works with my energy or what meditations I feel more comfortable doing, you know? Or even, like, what people I feel more comfortable learning from or, like, following on the internet, you know? So just, like, be very aware of that, like, look into, like, the little parts, the little things that you feel like you want to fix, or like what habits you might feel like you want to change or whatever, and just make a little bit of change at a time, you know? Like, don't feel like you have to rush yourself too much, or you don't feel like, you know, put under pressure to be this boss or this single sexy successful person that you see yourself as in the future. Like, take it one step at a time and just know with Archangel Michael right here, you know, your journey is protected no matter how you choose to walk it. Like, spirits with you, being, you know, carrying you through every storm or any bad thing that happens, and they just want to see you have this victory and have this success at the end of it all, you know? And they, like, you know, it's like, it doesn't matter who in the community feels like you shouldn't be as confident in what you're doing, or, you know, you shouldn't love yourself that much because, you know, they have these opinions of you. None of that shit matters, okay? All that matters is, like, how you think of yourself and how you kind of like co-mingle and cooperate or co-create with the divine, and how you use that to help others. That's all that really truly matters at the end of the day. We got the most mixed up non-delinquent on the block, okay? So I feel like you're the most mixed up non-delinquent on the block, you know? Like, you might find yourself always like in the middle of some shit, you know, like where you're just chilling, just minding your business, and maybe you're put there to bring more love to it, or to, you know, be a better solution, or to be a higher vibrational energy in those times. You just never know. So you just got to take it one moment at a time and be grateful for every experience and all of the things that you're attracting to yourself, with this choice to focus on your healing, or on perfecting yourself, or on perfecting your craft, or on perfecting your connection that you have with the divine. What's Feed on Trees and Sherlock Holmes? It says, rulers who want to rule must honor wisdom. They will reign forever, you know? So, you know what I mean? Like, you have, that's more of that self-trust energy, you know? Honor the wisdom that comes through you. Honor the wisdom that you've collected through the certain situations that you've been through. And just, like, continue to focus, no matter, like, what flying monkeys or what false narratives or who trying to attack you behind the scenes. None of that shit really matters at the end of the day, okay? I just be talking about it because it be there and it be in the energy, but I'm very aware that that shit is not important at all, okay? And there's so many other positive things that you could focus on to bring yourself away from that, and the more you do that, the less important the drama or finding out who doing what or why they doing it becomes. I mean, the less important it is. Like, you just don't, it just becomes like something that's so insignificant, and you start to look at people from a higher perspective, okay? What's Sherlock Holmes and most mixed up non-delinquent on the block? It says apocalyptic signs, chaos, confusion, wickedness, and reversal of the natural order of things, you know. I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's like somebody was trying to reverse the natural order of you, or like the way you operate, or how you present yourself to the world. But they don't have the power to do that because you're guided and you're standing in your strength, you know. So just focus on your healing journey. Like, try different things, okay? He's kind of like stressing that more, you know. Fucking read, okay? There's so much amazing information that comes from just reading, and you learn so much about yourself and about the world and how that shit works, okay? Like, it all goes into you and your advancement, your ascensions, okay? We got the guarded one. You could be kind of guarded, okay? We got wash and clean up your clothes, okay? You might need to wash, but I don't really get that. I think it's kind of more talking about your vessel, you know. Okay, wash and clean up your clothes, okay, like make sure your energy is clear, like try to eat better, try to ingest things that are good for you, vitamins and different things like that that you might need, you know, like try some fucking like health shakes, drink some damn healthy juices or something. He said eat more vegetables already, you know, so I think the way that you take care of your body could be really important, or that could be something that you just do very naturally. You could eat very healthy, okay? It says your future's so unclear, and then it says God has sent his messenger. You know, you might feel like your future is so unclear, but I feel like when it's time for you to know certain things or to move in a certain way, you always get that crystal clear communication. So don't doubt that it's coming ever. You know, just expect that crystal clear communication to always come in, and call the confusion for what it is so that it can fucking go away and you can get the real message that you're supposed to get, you know. Like, confusion, that's some bullshit. What's feet on dry matter, rules in Sherlock Holmes, or rulers? We got Archangel Micheal, okay? So Archangel Micheal is protecting you, baby, through this entire thing. Every step and stage of this healing journey that you're taking is so protected, okay? Nobody can stop it or affect the relationship that you have with yourself but yourself, okay? Yeah, we got the thinking woman. You could have like a lot of things on your mind at this time, things that you may need to focus on healing, since it's the thinking woman, you know. It gives me more like emotional energies, like maybe some family, root chakra, sacral chakra type of healing, something to do with like your relationships, okay, your friendships and things like that. That could be something really good for you to focus on. Or I've been doing like a lot of reflecting over my situations with people in the past that I've been through like that. That's what I was doing in the shower. I was like thinking about random people and I was like, why the fuck am I thinking about this right now, you know? Because usually in the shower, I don't know, I'm like praying, or like it's just other things, other channel messages coming to my mind. But it was like I was just like reviewing over like certain people, or thinking about like I don't know, not really nothing specific about them, just like I don't know, kind of like spirit was just showing me certain shit. Okay, what, so if that's happening for you, okay, like kind of lean into it, you know. I didn't just like be like, I didn't just let it like fan it off immediately, you know. I just like really thought about what I was thinking about in the moment, you know, and then I just moved forward and just realized that I was doing that, and I kind of just jumped to something else. Okay, okay, we got the world. This will bring you a lot of success in clearing up some confusion for yourself, and like maybe you feel confused about like why certain people move the way that they move or whatever, but it's like the more you focus on these things, on reviewing your life, on uncovering these like hidden things within yourself, that's how you open that door to spirit wider and wider, and you're able to communicate more the more you heal these energies of your broken hearts of the past, okay? All right, feel like he got kind of deep on that one. But I mean, we're closing with the Kali deck, so I kind of expected that a little bit. We got Dakshina. I'm gonna put these back because I don't like the way they fell out. Alright, thank you, Raphael. What is the final thought on this? So we got Sri Bala, okay, which is the number 27, okay, which also makes the number 9. I mean, you could be working on closing some sort of cycle for yourself at this time, and I think that could be the reason why a lot more self-trust is coming in. Like I said, you receiving a lot of confirmations or like revelations about shit that you already been knew you was right about, you know, but like you just now healing to a point where you're able to receive like the debrief or the clarity on the thing that you've been through, you know, because sometimes it's kind of delayed because we're not necessarily ready to learn that lesson, or we're not ready to see certain things about certain people, and so we won't understand. We'd be confused about some shit. Well, I can't speak for you, but I'll be confused about some shit for a while, you know, and then I'll be like, oh, I'll have that like epiphany moment with spirit, like, oh, okay, that shit makes sense now, you know, and then I'll just be like, don't know, that was stupid. Or just do with it in whatever way, or I'll finally be able to like laugh at it or to process it in some sort of healthy way, healthier than I would have processed it if they would have like showed me the truth or gave me the understanding before I was ready. So it says, divine child with wisdom beyond her years, the old soul with deep knowing dwells within our hearts. She urges you to commit to your most passionate inspirations completely and without hesitation. There are genius and wisdom in what you yearn to do. You have a greater capacity to obtain fruition than those around you recognize. Believe in yourself even if no one else does. Oh, this is perfect. Okay, it says it is not imagination that drives you toward your destiny, but an instinctive recognition of your true purpose. Validation from others will come later. Your path is authentic and you are destined to succeed. Okay, it be kind of long, but I don't know, it be getting good sometimes when I be reading it. So I'm gonna read it, and if I feel the need to stop, then I'll just stop where it tells me to stop, where he tells me to stop. It says, this aspect of Lalita Tripura Sundari Sri Bala translates as divine child, or more specifically as God the daughter. It is far more commonplace for the divine child to be represented as male, and in numerous cultures, having a boy is considered particularly auspicious. So Sri Bala is not only a celebration of the divine feminine child, but an inversion of dominant cultural values. Her presence shakes up traditional power structures with her combination of innocence and fearlessness. It is my sense that there are emanations of Sri Bala in the form of particularly pure-hearted, fearless, and empowered young women speaking and acting for the protection of the feminine in our world today, such as through environmental activism. It is taught that Bala asked her goddess mother Lalita to allow her to join the battle against evil. She is so passionate to fulfill her inner yearning that her body cannot keep still. Lalita expresses her concern that Bala is still a child, inexperienced, therefore potentially vulnerable. She frets at the thought of losing her daughter, especially when others could take her place on the battlefield. However, Bala petitions her mother again, asking to be allowed to express who she is. Lalita recognizes her daughter's determination and provides her with armor and her blessing, at which point Bala kicks demon butt and saves the day. She conquers 30 demons in an extremely difficult yet perfectly executed martial arts demonstration. Now that's some serious girl power. Sri Bala arises when we need to trust in what feels right on an inner level, not allowing a lack of external validation to deter us from our innate and authentic purpose. Muscle does not have to meet muscle. The strength of intention combined with pure and fearless commitment to our true nature is enough to change the course of what is happening. The mountain can be moved by faith the size of a mustard seed. The story of feisty Bala can inspire us. At first, we may gain no support for our efforts. We must continue to apply ourselves and not give up on who we are and what we came to this planet to accomplish. In doing so, the power needed shall be divinely given. Public validation can come later, but we do not need it to accomplish what is required. The Tantras teach that Bala saw the battle unfolding and what was necessary to attain success with complete clarity. It says adults tend to underestimate a child's capacity to see what is going on, yet the child is the unconditioned part of us, the part that sees things as they are. In a reading, the presence of Sri Bala implies that our instinctive desires to pursue a particular path or of fulfillment and expression are authentic. The authentic path is the safe and most protected path we can take. It is the one on which we are closest to the divine, to our true nature with all its wisdom, intuition, and creative resourcefulness. We can more readily attract what we need and things fall into place more effortlessly. It seems to be the opposite of playing it safe, yet the more we diverge from our authentic being, the more disconnected we are from our divine connection and the more danger we will encounter. Bala is said to be Lalita's breath. What does that mean? Breath keeps energy flowing through the body. When Bala declares that she wants to fight, it is the string of an honest and natural impulse within. The breath is instinctive. The childlike wildness, unaffected, untamed of Bala is the unconditioned self that knows how to move toward its natural fulfillment. And that's why they're telling you to trust yourself, okay? Our minds may step in to say no or to give reasons why it is not appropriate, like the unconventional notion of a little girl as a powerful, conquering war hero, yet the innate wisdom of the soul needs to be allowed to manifest. She is not fighting for the sake of it, she is fighting against the evil she sees. To allow for to allow for Sri Bala to arise within is to allow for the protective spirit that sees truthfully and acts with purity and and fearless commitment to the path, even if our mother worries about our life choices at first. It says the Divine Mother empowers her, and so too empowers us to manifest our destinies with her help. Trust in your destiny. You are more than capable of the tasks for which your heart yearns, okay? So you are more than capable. You got everything that you need going on within you, and everybody might not approve of the way you move or the things that you do. And that's why you got to be able to lean on yourself and to trust yourself and in the vision that you see. Everybody doesn't always see the way you're walking as clearly as you see it. And that's why, that's where the faith comes in and the trust in the divine and all of that. So, with that, my love, I'm done. I hope you guys have a happy, fabulous, wonderful, and amazing day, that you got something that you need out of this, and I will see you later. Bye.